Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to do a review on the BassJaxx dynamic wireless speaker. So you can find this at Five Below for, I believe it's $5.55, or I know the prices have increased to $7 for some speakers. That's probably going to be the norm moving forward. But with that being said, let's look into this review, open the box, and see if this is worth purchasing. All right, so right off the box, we have an IPX4 headset. So it does have water resistance, splash resistance. Obviously, you're not going to go jumping in the swimming pool with this thing. I would advise against that. You have Bluetooth 5.1, micro USB charging. Bluetooth range is about 32 feet. I'm just going to just round it off to 32 to be safe. And it does depend on if you're going through walls and whatnot. Charging time, 1.5 hours to 2 hours to fully charge it, depending on how charged the headset is itself. And lastly, the playtime is 2 to 2.5 hours, basically. So realistically, most of these speakers normally have around the same playtime. Unfortunately, I thought I already tore this open. I guess I didn't. That's fine. Unfortunately, these speakers tend to only last for a couple hours, but you can keep it on the charger while it's on to keep it playing. So I don't have my trusty unboxing knife, so I'm going to go ahead and use this key right here. Let's just cut this open so we can get, there we go, into the packaging itself. Let's see here. Oh, tore the box. That's all right. You know what? I don't have time for this. Y'all want to see what's inside of here, and this is taking too long. There we go. And of course, there's one more in the front. They put 45 pieces of tape on the front of this. Like, good Lord. Anyway, that's everything. So like I said, right here, right outside the box, we have the micro USB, as you can see. Just so you know, if you guys see a drop in recording quality, I'm actually using the N20 5G for recordings. This thing only does 1080p 30 frames. Doesn't go higher than that, so this is the quality that you're seeing here. Is actually the primary phone that I'm currently using. So, right off the back, let's see, we have any buttons on this thing? No, this is the bottom, of course, because of the touch part. The little felt tips that have it sit in place. Doesn't look like this has any real buttons. On the back right here, this is weird. Oh, here we go. So you have your on and off key, and you have your micro USB right here. So there is no physical volume buttons for this particular headset speaker. Call everything headsets, we used to review on them. So very simple design, pretty hard. As long as you keep this little seal right here closed, then you shouldn't have any issues when it comes to water. But if this is open, it's probably going to damage your headset and you'll have to buy another one. So with that being said, let's go ahead and turn this on right now. Here we go. Okay, looks like this thing is completely dead. So I'm going to have to actually come back and charge this up for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and continue the video and do the sound test. All right, so we're back. Let's go ahead and go through the process of syncing and actually playing some music for this bad boy. So we're going to go ahead and hit on that power button like we did before. There we go. I'm going to put itself in pairing mode. Oh, this camera is nasty. I can honestly say that I might have to go back to my iPhone at this rate. I didn't realize this camera looked this bad. But the phone itself is actually really good. A review's coming for the A20, the OnePlus N20 5G, and we're going to talk about the fact that these companies are purposely putting worse cameras in devices for whatever reason. I don't know why they do that. But anyway, this is called the BT IPX rated S speaker. I'm about to say SPK. Just going to go ahead and sync. You don't have to worry about pressing any buttons or anything like that, because as soon as you hit on the power button, it'll automatically sync. All right, so we are synced up. I'm at 90%. Had to let it charge for about a half an hour, 40 minutes or so, and it says it's at 90%, which to me doesn't exactly make sense, because when you look at the charging time, I believe it's at 1.5 hours to 2 hours roughly for charging. So it is what it is. So let's go ahead and play some music. What I'm going to go ahead and do is go to the File Explorer. It's Androids. Go to the File Explorer and play some audio so we can get an idea of how decent this thing sounds. Let's put this on. That's the loudest it gets actually right here. it back down. The music sounds clear. What I will say, it does have bass to this, surprisingly, and you do feel a little rumble from the box itself, depending on what position that you actually decide to put it in. But realistically, it's average sound at best. To be honest, there are better speakers at Five Below than this particular one, though I do like the fact that there's no type of light on it, so you don't have to worry about in the middle of the night this bright thing blinding you in your face. Like a lot of times Five Below sells headsets or speakers that have these lights set up to it. Actually, let me turn this off. It's actually throwing me off right now. Yeah, normally they have these lights, crazy light sets that don't have the ability to turn them off, and sometimes you just want a regular speaker that works, that plays sound clearly. Now, like I said before, it doesn't have the loudest sound in my opinion. This would be good for if you're in the bathroom, you want to listen to music, a podcast, just if you're in a small room, you're in front of a computer desk. Well, obviously if you're in front of a computer, you could just play it from there, but if you're sitting in a room by yourself, kitchen, dining room, listening to something, this is what that's good for. But if you're having a conversation in the same room with somebody else, to be honest, your voices are probably going to overpower the speaker and you're barely going to hear what's going on in the background. So it doesn't have the loudest sound in the world. So with that being said, just be aware of what it is that you're buying. Like we discussed earlier in the video, power on, power off right here. Let me go ahead and turn it off right now. You have your, like I said, USB, micro USB right here. And make sure that this is sealed properly, as you can see, because if it's not, then water will be able to get into your actual speaker and damage it. So in conclusion, actually there's one more thing I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and make a test with the phone call. Who can I call? Trying to think. See if it rings. I'll call my wife. I wasn't even sure who I could call to make sure. I gotta get a phone number if I could figure out who to call. Okay, so it doesn't work. So when you make actually no, I'm sorry, I turned it off. What am I doing? Being goofy. Let me turn it back on so it can connect, and then we'll make a phone call to see if the sound comes out of the speaker. Let's try that one more time real fast. Go ahead and check. Okay, so far it looks like it is. Can you hear me? I was just doing a test on the speaker. It doesn't allow me to talk through it, so that's all. I'll call you back, or I'll text you. All right. Okay, so what I'll say is that I did a test on this real fast. Unfortunately, you cannot talk through the speaker, meaning normally with some headsets, you can actually, well, speakers, keep calling it headset. With some speakers, 2 of my diamonds fell out. Wow. Okay, I got to get her replacement for her ring. 2 of her diamonds fell out of her ring. So anyway, what we're going to have to do is if you do use this as playing music and you receive a phone call, it will cut off and will go straight to the phone speaker itself. Some speakers allow you to talk through the phone and you'll hear it through the speaker. This isn't one of them that allows you to do that. So it's bare bones minimum, strictly listen to music and that's it, or any type of podcasting or anything to do with audio, like sound-wise, media, it will work. If it comes to actual audio through the phone, it won't play through this. It's okay speaker for the price. It's not horrible. It's nothing special. For the price tag, it's not bad. It's the same as a lot of the lower-end headsets they have at Five Below. But if you follow this channel, you'll notice that I do have other headphones and other speakers in general that just outplay this one by far. So if we're talking about, if we're comparing this to the Radiant, no, it's not worth it. If we're comparing it to certain models, no, it's not worth it, but it would still make a decent gift for those that want it. Anywho, that is the review. I'm trying to make this quick and simple. Trying a different format. Just want to see how this actually works out. So if it does, if you guys like it, I'll start making shorter videos for you. I'll see you guys in the next one.